Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades and welcome back, and we are now getting back into episode 4 of Love is Blind UK, and it was called We Had Sex Twice. Wow, we all know what that bloody title meant at the end of the day, because I don't think some of these people could keep their hands off each other. But anyway, before we get back into this episode, as I always ask, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button so you know I'm on and doing videos. Please comment, like, share and do all the good things that you do, because I am on the road to 1k. So we are back to Tom, and basically Tom is going to be honest with Tash at long last. So he basically says who he wants and where he's at, because at this point I kind of thought it was dragging, to be honest with you. So he tells Tash he doesn't know if their connection is a romantic love or not. Basically he knows that they do have a connection, but he cannot put a name to it because it's not the same type of connection that he has with Maria. But at the end of the day, with individual people, you're going to have individual feelings in terms of how you get on with them, how you interact with them, and how you speak to them at the end of the day. So my thing is as well, if you don't have that connection that you're looking for specifically, you cannot put a name to the connection that you have with the person that you're talking to in this experiment, then I don't think it will go too far, to be honest with you, because you have enough time in order to change the direction of where the connection with that person is going. And Tom had enough time in which to change that direction with Tasha, but it always stayed where it was. Whereas with Maria, you could see them evolving and interacting with each other a lot better. So after hearing what Tom had to say, of course Tasha's not happy with that at all, and basically he doesn't feel that he's feeling that sexual connection with her. So basically Tasha's also said that she's not felt this type of connection that she's felt with him with anyone else. And Tom basically said, well, do you think we could base a marriage on that? And Tom answered his own question and said that he doesn't know if he could base a marriage on the connection that they have right now. So it hurt Tasha to the core, because at the end of the day, this is someone else who isn't sure about Tash, and that's the type of experiences that she says she's been getting with men. Like, they like the outer packaging, but when it comes to deeper stuff, they're not able to get that in that regard, and they kind of leave her to the wayside, and she is tired of that. She is devastated by the decision that Tom made. The thing of it is when Tash got upset, like really upset, because she was feeling all these feelings at having been rejected by the person that she liked, and she's letting her emotions out. Tom isn't even like in the room at that point. I don't mean physically, I mean like spiritually, emotionally, in order to at least say please don't cry, or I'm sorry, or nothing. He doesn't give her nothing, not at all. He just sits there going I'm just like, wow. And Tash basically said that she was not happy with the choice that he made. She got upset by asking what was wrong with her. I know she was feeling emotional, but that was the worst thing she could have done in that situation. And basically she's there saying that she doesn't believe that the situation between them is over. Tom didn't say anything to that, so I have a feeling that he knows the situation between Tash and him ain't over. And you know the bullshit that's going to happen up in these situations, where they're going to get all the people together, the couples that are together, and then they're going to bring in the people that weren't picked, or people have changed their mind on an X, Y, and Z. And you know Tom is going to meet Tasha in that scenario, and then we'll see how that plays out, because I don't think, to be fair, that their story is done. And all I'm going to say is that if Maria wants this man, she's going to have to keep her wits about her, especially, I believe, when it comes to Tasha, because Tasha is already making it known that she wants Tom. She's going to prove that she can have Tom. she's also going to prove that there is something more than just a friendship type of connection between them. Tasha goes into the room and she's upset, as you would see, and she's crying. And I would say for Demi, she is the best at building people. She is the best at speaking words of affirmation into people. And she basically said to Tash that don't let this affect you too much. You need to know your worth, because this situation doesn't define who you are, basically. And I thought, my God, Demi, I want to be friends with Demi. I really want to be friends with Demi. So it's time for Nicole and Sam to meet. Oh, it's just like, oh my Lord, as you already know from the previous episode, I believe that this is the worst decision she's ever made in her life, and she will have to prove me wrong if she decides to stay with Sam throughout this whole process. This connection, she'd have to prove me wrong, because I didn't see no connection between them two. Not the way she connected with Benaya. I didn't see that type of connection with Sam. So I don't know what the hell was going on, to be fully honest with you. Me, I think Sam is way too needy, way too immature, and I don't trust him. I really don't. I know in the comment section, one of my friends, or one of my renegades I should say, had put down that she believed that Sam was a little misunderstood. I would have to agree to disagree on that comment, because I've depicted Sam as to be a malevolent spirit at the end of the day. From what I've seen, what's going to be coming up in the next episodes, and how he deals with the situation, and I will get to it in regards to Benaya and Nicole. Yeah, he's a malevolent spirit. He's not a very nice person. So I don't think Sam is misunderstood. I just think Sam is a bit of an arsehole, and he's one of those people where he is thinks he's so good to the point of arrogance, and literally is there to win. He plays to win, and he will rock somebody's world any which way he feels fit if he hasn't got what he wanted. And I think that's what he's going to do with Nicole, because he is going to end up trying to spite her at some point. Mark my words, he will. He will. The first site meeting, yeah, that was not great. That was not great. I mean, even when he hugged her, Sam nearly took her neck off. Like, it was awkward. So he then turns around in his VC and said, I don't care what anyone else thinks. To me, Nicole is gorgeous. I was like, what are you saying, Sam? Like, seriously, what are you saying there? Are you saying that nobody else will find her attractive? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying the people around you, if you brought her to around the people around you, will not find her attractive, but she's attractive to you? You know what? Sam can't chat about attractiveness, because I'm telling you, he's not all that pretty in that department either. Nicole is gorgeous. Nicole is absolutely gorgeous. There ain't nothing wrong with Nicole. So for him to say that had me on a little bit of a back burner there, because I was like, oh, okay, what are you trying to say there with that comment? So Sam, I felt, was overacting, like literally overacting when he met Nicole. In both of them meeting, no, there's no chemistry there. Did not sell it to me. They were not genuine with each other at all. I think Nicole basically thought, oh my God, I really don't want to be with this person. And I think she felt that more when they split apart from each other after he gave her the ring, and the whole ring debacle as well. So I said, when I watched the exchange of the ring, the engagement ring, I said, sign number one was when he dropped that whole box on the floor when he knelt down. That was sign number one for her not to do this. Sign number two was when she was the one that got that ring out of that box to then put it on her finger. The wrong finger, I might add. The wrong finger and the wrong hand, but neither one of them noticed. Well, Nicole says she did, but Sam didn't notice that at all. That was sign number two, to say, what the f are you doing? The universe is literally putting in blockades to say, don't do this. My love, this man is not for you. There's somebody out there that was for you when you let him go. You need to go find him and bring him back, because Sam ain't the one for you. I did notice though that when they were sitting down there and they were talking, Sam was constantly like, constantly, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm here. I'm going to look after you. I want to be this for you. I want to do that for you. And I'm like, you know what? Slow your roll. Slow your motherfucking roll, my friend. But did he? No, he did not in the slightest. I noticed when I did sit down that he moved away from Nicole, and then there was kind of like a hesitation where they'd spoken, and you know that that would lead to a kiss. Do you think that man kissed her? No. No, 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 no. There was going to be no kissing between them two in the slightest. I'm telling you, Sam did not like Nicole. Sam did not like the look of Nicole. Nicole was not Sam's type at the end of the day. But you see, the type that he liked was Jasmine, and she freaking said, hell no to that. That's what she said. Anyway, Nicole is talking as well in her VC, and you can see her physically kind of taking a big step back and sidestepping. She says she's trying to fuse this Sam, the physical person that she can see, and the Sam who is in the pods. I was like, that's never gonna happen, because the Sam who is in the pods was just like putting on a facade, the same way he's putting on a facade right now. He's being overly needy. Nicole knew she shouldn't have picked Sam. She knew she shouldn't have picked Sam, but Sam gave her what she wanted at that point in time. She asked a question, whereas Benaya gave her the truth and hesitated. So that's what she pulled her decision on. Poor decision making on her part, like literally poor decision making on her part. As they split apart and they're walking back to their separate sides, he's there literally saying to her, don't go back there now and change your mind and all this, that and the other. And I'm like, you speak that into the universe, my love, because that's exactly what Nicole is going to do. She is going to go back there and change her ever-loving mind, because she knew that was not the one for her. She knew this. So he turned around and he goes, I think I love you. I was like, Nicole stood there and laughed, but it was awkward laughing. And she said, okay, I will hold that. But she didn't say it back to him. She didn't say it back to him at all. I was like, Benaya, where are you? Please come back. Please, I beg of you. Please come save this woman from herself. Please. So, yes. It was terrible. It was terrible. All I thought, this is what happens when you decide to go rogue and block a good man for real. Like, seriously. Sam is hella weird, and Nicole knows she picked wrong. She knew from the minute she met him, she picked wrong. So then you see Tom and Maria, and basically they're having a chat, and Maria said she wants to be open to Tom fully. So she told him how she felt and told him that, you know, she loved him. He doesn't really say anything at that moment in time, and then he starts to cry, and then he starts to speak up and ask the question if she'd marry him, and she said yes. And then Tom did tell her he loved her. He gave her that declaration of love after all of that. So we see Demi and Ollie, and they both said that they loved each other, and Demi basically says that she feels loved by Ollie, so he asked her to marry, and she said yes. So then we get to Tom and Maria meeting each other. It was a good meeting, don't get me wrong. It was like all the others, except for taking out Nicole and Sam's meetup. It was like all the others. There was that connection there, and straight away they were excited to see each other, didn't really want to leave each other. Tom was overly PDAing it, let's just say it that way. He couldn't stop kissing that gal. He couldn't stop putting his hands all over Maria and everything like that. So, and it was the fact that he got down on one knee and his lips were bright red from Maria's lipstick. Like, my man had lips for days, like lipstick for days. It actually kind of suited him, to be fair, but it was quite funny that she transferred her whole lip to him, and he literally had to get down on one knee and present her with this box with red lipstick on his face. So you see Demi and Ollie meet. All I hoped was that Ollie accepted Demi, because she had a lot of insecurities about her body. Now, Demi is a fuller figured girl, but she's shapely with it. Like, she got pow. She got bunda too. Like, seriously, she's got bunda. So when the doors went back. I think Ollie's only worry was the fact that Demi, when they were speaking, was seen as one of the guys, and he thought, would he have the same reaction? I was like, I doubt it, mate, because Demi looks schmackshy. Let's just put it that way. You know, outfit Demi looks schmackshy. So they met. They both fully smiled. Ollie liked her. Like, Ollie did. He really did like her, and he was like, bam, pow, when it came to her curves. And he was one as well that couldn't stop touching her and everything. And they both were gelling. They were gelling with each other. So basically, they're all going to go to their honeymoons now, and they are in a place called Grace. So we have 6 couples. We have Sabrina and Steve, Jasmine and Bobby, Catherine and Freddie, Nicole and Sam, Maria and Tom, Demi and Ollie. So they're all arriving at their honeymoon. And I think it was in the first segment of them arriving at their honeymoon that I realised, where the fuck is Sam and Nicole though? Where are Sam and Nicole? Why have I got a feeling that Nicole went back there and said she didn't want to do it no more, and she wanted another chance at somebody else? But before we get to that part, we see Freddie and Catherine together in their hotel room, and all I'm gonna say is I swear Freddie is more invested in Catherine than she is in him, because I find he gives her compliments and he says things that he loves her and he's so happy he met her, and then her response is just literally she does not give him eye contact, and she's like, oh, you're sweet. And I'm like, well, what is that? Give reciprocation in kind. If you're feeling the same way he is, then freaking say it. You know what I mean? If you're not, then let him know, rather than, oh, that's so sweet. I don't like that. I really don't like that. So Bobby is hella into Jasmine. You can tell. I don't know fully if Jasmine is into Bobby, but she, you know what, she says that she finds him hot, she finds him attractive. They both seem to be getting on with each other. We'll just see how things go on from there. Again, still no Nicole and Sam by this part. So I think Catherine and Freddie are talking about getting to meet all the rest of the couples and who she's nervous meeting. So Catherine says that she's nervous to meet everyone, but excited to meet the boys, especially Ollie. You could see Freddie's face at that, because he was like, okay, why are you excited to meet Ollie? At the end of the day, you didn't choose him, didn't want to choose him, you wanted to choose me. So in her VC, she's now saying that her and Ollie never really got closure. I'm like, Catherine, are you mad? You and Ollie never really got closure, when in actuality, Ollie was not going to pick you in the first instance anyway. He was going to pick Demi, but you beat him to the punch because you saw how happy Demi was. And this is what I was saying in my previous episode about Catherine believing she's fallen on that sword and done the greatest thing by stepping back and allowing Demi to have her happiness with Ollie, because Catherine still has something for Ollie at the end of the day. I was just like, yeah, nah, she needs to quit that rubbish. They had their closure, fully had their closure. There ain't nothing, no more closure to be had between them two, right? So at that point, as I've said from previous episodes, that Catherine gives me vibes that things are not going to go too straightforward for Freddie at the end of the day, and I don't think she's being fully genuine in her feelings towards Freddie. So you see Ollie and Demi coming in, and they talk openly about where they want things to go. All I'm gonna say is Ollie better stay attracted to Demi, especially when he meets Catherine, because I don't trust Catherine in the slightest, and he better not do anything to embarrass Demi up and down this place. That's all I'm saying. So Maria and Tom seem to be getting on well. They're making each other laugh and everything like that, and all the good stuff, and so is Sabrina and Steve. Freddie came out to the swimming pool, or I think it was they were getting ready for bed. Ripped ain't no word for that man, is he? He was hiding abs upon freaking abs underneath those suits. Jesus. Anyway, it cuts back to a scene in London, yeah? And now we get to see Nicole and Sam. So Nicole is basically saying that something didn't feel right, and when she took the ring and she placed it on the wrong finger and on the wrong hand, she said Sam didn't notice, and now she looks back at it, she believes that it was a sign. and it wasn't right. I, I knew it was a sign. I knew it was a sign. I knew this. So you see Sam then talking about his connection with Nicole was unbelievable and deep rooted, and nothing he experienced in the outside world. I was like, where did you get that from, my guy? I'm thinking, were we watching something completely different, or did something happen that we were not privy to, that they felt that their connection was so deep with each other that Nicole threw over a connection that was better for her than and went with Sam, even though all the warning signs were there for her not to go with Sam? I don't understand. I really don't understand where they say they got this connection from. So Sam is basically now saying the door's closed, and he realised something was off and wasn't right. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that one. At the end of the day, Sam was trying too hard to convince Nicole not to break things off after he passed her the ring. So no, I don't think he believed anything was off, unless it was within himself when he met Nicole and felt, you know what, I'm not attracted to this girl, and I don't think my friends will look at her and be jealous of the woman that I've got on my arm. That's what I think in that sense. Nicole is saying that she's clear about her emotions, and she decided not to fly to Greece, even though she was still packing, but Sam wasn't. Sam appeared to be putting his things away, but Sam then mentioned her connection with Ben. So I was thinking, at this stage, are they going to allow her to now talk to Ben and for her to have her chance with Benaya? We shall see as it goes on. So then it goes back to the next day at the honeymoons, and now we know Freddie and Catherine had sex, and twice they did it. It looks like Steve and Sabrina had sex too. Ollie and Demi said that they'll wait for physical contact in that sense, and Maria and Tom, I don't believe, went the full hug, because again they're holding back in that sense to get to know each other a bit better. Now the question I want to ask is, even though you've gotten to know them in the pods on an accelerated basis, yeah, you come out, you see them, you really like them, you engage to them, do you then still see that person as a stranger, or do you see them as you knowing them enough to literally jump into bed with them and open your body up to them in that sense? Because I don't think I could. I really don't think I could. I would have to really get to know that person on a deeper level than this type of level at the moment for me to literally open my body for you. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind kissing you and probably doing, like, you know, depending on where the kissing goes, other little, like, you know, foreplays or this, that and the other. Not full on sexual foreplay, but would I literally go the whole hog on that night, having only just got engaged to you and then gone there? No, I don't think I was. But you like to let me know what you think on that aspect. So we see that there is no Nicole and Sam, and Bobby was basically saying to Jasmine about Sam that he is superficial, and Jasmine was saying that Nicole was one of her girls in the pods and she deserves nothing but the best. And she was talking about her situation when she was dating Sam and the flags that he kept on propping up for her. So you go back to London and you see that Nicole is sitting in a cafe or some sort type of restaurant, and she's waiting to meet Benaya. I was like, okay. Now she's decided that she wants him and she wants to spend her life with him. I was like, you should have chosen from the beginning. All I want to know is, because it hasn't got there yet, it's going to come in the next episodes, yeah. But sometimes I don't trust how the edits play out, because I always think it's going to happen the way that it should. It's supposedly supposed to happen, and it actually doesn't. But I'm just thinking, I think Benaya would really have to think about it, because at the end of the day, it would then be showing that he is not first pick for her when he should have been. Now, things haven't worked out like he said they wouldn't work out with Sam pretty quickly, that she's making the worst mistake of her life. But now it's kind of like, okay, things ain't worked out with Sam, now I want you. So that bit would play into my decision making if I was Benaya at the end of the day. But as again, that is where that episode ended. I'll be back in quick succession with the next one when it starts to air. I am considering doing Love is Blind Mexico as well, but I will consider that, because the one thing about the Love is Blind Mexico, and also when it comes to Love is Blind Brazil, they do like an English voiceover dub, and it does get kind of painstakingly irritating, because I'm one of those people where I would prefer to hear them speak how they would speak in their mother tongue anyway, and then I'd just have English subtitles, because I don't mind doing that in the slightest. The voiceover dub just kind of, like, you know, grates me a little bit, but I'll see. Anyway, as I always ask, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button so you know I'm doing videos. Please comment, like, share, and do all the good things that you do, because I am on the road to 1K, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Peace out.